don't know the LL Cool J version song, do they? They ain't know where I was
Fam,
going.
I thought you was about to blow up. I thought you was gonna blow up. Oh, hey. Now, which?
Listen,
Wait, hold on. Wait. You said LL Cool J.
I'm
Which one was
bad.
that? Look at that's like 87. What year
Bro,
was that?
that's when hip hop was like
All emotional.
I don't know if it was emotional, bro, but it was like it was definitely breaking barriers.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was putting itself on the map. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like so, yeah.
Controversial because it was new.
It
Doesn't mean
shouldn't
it was
have been,
bad.
right, but it shouldn't have been controversial.
Right.
Like it was just it was a new form of expression from a different demographic.
Right. So it's just something you got to get used to, right? Like it's just.
But it didn't take long for us to get used to it. Like for people to get used to it.
Right. It shouldn't have taken long for people to get used to it, especially, right? But it's kind of like getting used to style of a play by specific players.
Right. And so like, you know, when I know where you're going with this. That was dope. That was dope. That was dope.
I don't know if I'm a hater or what, but I just feel like, sometimes we gotta talk about things sometimes.
And we do, So you are like, are we specifically talking about the 49er players and their styles? Because everybody got a different style.
We're going to keep this very specific to one player and one player only.
Okay. You talking
You
about
ready?
the dirty player?
Yes. Or maybe a not dirty player, self-proclaimed non-dirty player.
I
And
don't think
want to
he's
know
a
your
dirty
opinion.
player.
Well, let's see what he said. Let's play
Okay.
it, and
Okay.
then we'll discuss it real quick.
Okay.
So this is Dre Greenlaw, and this is what he said.
Sometimes players who get penalized are described as dirty players. Kyle did everything in his power to say that is not you, that you're a team guy, and that you basically were apologizing to him for potentially hurting the team.
Right.
How would you kind of characterize your line that you have to draw and the type of player that you are in that regard?
I ain't no dirty player. I'm not a dirty player. I play by the rules. Just because you tackle a little physical doesn't make you a dirty player. So yeah.
So it is possible to just be a really aggressive guy who sometimes things, that line gets a little blurry sometimes.
Yeah. No, it definitely get blurry sometimes, especially, just the game and the emotions and everything. But I don't necessarily think it's dirty. I love it when I see a player that's just playing full of emotion and is ready to go out there and smack everything. Like, that's what it's going to turn me up too. So, I don't think it's been dirty.
So you don't think he's a dirty player?
No. First of all, the suplex tackle, that's some weak stuff by the NFL. Has that tackle ever put anybody out of their misery? Like
I've seen forearms broken by people getting suplexed and they put their hand back and all the weight comes down on their forearm. I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen high school twice.
I'm talking about in the NFL because I don't remember. I don't necessarily. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. So don't. I'm just saying I've never seen it.
Be extreme. Yeah, no, I haven't seen it recently
Right,
in the NFL.
And so like when you look at the way Dre Greenlaw tackle, like there's different levels to it, right? And so like when he sees, I think when he feels like that person trying to get an extra inch, he trying to let that person know you're not stronger than me, dog. And then boom. Now, are they illegal? No, right.
No, not at all.
Not at all. So then what makes him, or what connotates him for being a dirty player? Because we've seen some dirty NFL players. Like we've seen a player that will step on a player. We've seen
stop right there. I knew you was gonna go there, and I knew you was gonna try to avoid saying his name because we might be signing him. But I'm gonna say it anyway. Because everybody named Mama swears Ndamukong Suh was a dirty player.
I never said he was a dirty player, but we've seen him do something dirty. You feel me? That's dirty. We don't step on a player on purpose.
How many personal fouls does it take for a person to be classified as dirty?
Personal fouls don't make you dirty players. It's the foul.
So it's not personal fouls.
No. They're gonna get personal fouls for doing stuff that the league feel or the refs, the officials feel is dirty, right? But that doesn't make them the dirty player. The Ndamukong could get personal fouls all day, depending on what he does. Now I see you step on a player on purpose. That's a person. That's a personal.
Once.
That's all it take.
And people thought it was an accident. He claimed it was an accident.
He claimed it was an accident. Don't say that people thought it was an accident. That dude stomped the foot, bro. You stomp a foot by accident, Mike? You ever stomp your foot by accident, Mike?
No, I stomped on purpose. It don't mean that if there was an ant under my foot at the time, I wasn't trying to kill it. Like, that's overboard. Like, that's not what my intentions were. I've stomped on purpose before. I'm just saying that I think if I was any other fan base other than the 49ers and I watched a highlight reel of Dre Greenlaw and how many times he suplexes somebody from the sideline, I would be like, that's a dirty player.
I just
and
don't
he's
get
operating
how
within the confines of the rules.
I don't get how suplexing is dirty. It's just another way to bring.
Why he always do it at the sideline? Why he always do it in the sideline?
Well, that time he did it in this game was inside the bounds. It just happened.
He always initiates inbounds. Always. I've never seen him on the sidelines.
Right, to call the late hit, right. Because
what I want to know is, why is it always at the boundary when he does it? Why is it never in the middle of the field?
Because in the middle of the field, he's squared up to make the tackle. On the sideline, he's getting to the tackler. You know what I'm saying? Like on that play, that was Ambry Thomas was first on that play. Ambry Thomas didn't. He made the stop, but he didn't make the tackle. And Dre Greenlaw came in. We've seen Dre Greenlaw over tackle his own players at times. Like, I don't know, man. Like the rules. Look, for me, the NFL softer than Twinkie feelings right now, bro. Like they got what's the drop tackle? They about to ban that. Like, it's so many things that I understand they're trying to keep the game safe, but a lot of the stuff that happens in football is based off of just football, like reaction. Like, my job is to tackle. Like, it shouldn't be a rule on how to tackle. To me, that's how injuries happen. Like,
okay, I see what you're saying. I do think that there should be some rules and restrictions on how you can tackle. I like some of the don't hit people in the knees and stuff like that. You could blow someone's joint out that way.
You can, but that has progressed over the years. But it's funny because when you were able to hit people in the knees, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember knees getting blown out, like when it was legal. And then all of a sudden football changed because players don't practice as much. They don't have the two-a-days. Their bodies don't go through the durability of what the confinements of football and getting into really good football shape, right? And now you're seeing tons of injuries, more injuries than what we knew back in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. And because the new league and the NLPA or whatever, because they done changed stuff up, like now we're seeing players take personal days and injury days and all this different type of stuff. But I just feel like when football was football, it was less injuries. It's weird. It's just weird to me. But to go about him being a dirty player, Mike, I don't think Dre Greenlaw is considered a dirty player. He may get personal fouls. They may hurt the team. They're gonna hurt the team. I just don't get him as being dirty. He's just overly aggressive.
He's just a 49er.
No, he's just aggressive. He's just aggressive.
Can you name me a dirty 49er player?
No.
I know.
I can't name you a dirty player in the NFL, Mike. Okay. Even let's all right, check this out. Let's go back to let's do Vontaze Burfict. Was he a dirty player?
No.
He just wasn't following the rules on how to hit. Nah, he just didn't know how to hit. Like remember when the NFL changed the rules on how you hit cats? Like he was stuck.
And Deshaun Goldson had to get out the league because he didn't know how to adjust.
If you get what I'm saying, like look, Mike. If you were trained to do something all your life for 30 plus years, and they tell you gotta make an amendment, now they have to make it, but it's not an easy cakewalk just to make that amendment. Now, Dre Greenlaw this is not in light of because he's a Niner, he's gonna have to not get those personal fouls, like because they can hurt the team. I think at the end of the day, he needs to realize no more suplexing in the discussion. It's not dirty; it's just more detrimental to the team. That could have hit the team. It actually hit him at a bad spot. They actually go and score, and they're only down by 8 points, and that could have changed the whole game. Luckily, the team clapped back. So I don't think he's dirty. He just plays aggressive and suplexing and wrestling and whatever. What's the difference? Like I don't get it because players could come in duking cats in the gut trying to punch the ball out. Like they literally come in. You got one dude coming in just straight punching you in the rib cage, like going for the ball. How that's not dirty? That's part of the rule.
I think some people would think it's dirty.
Okay,
we've seen the punches completely miss the ball and hit somebody right in the helmet.
Facts.
That just made its rounds, I think, last week on Twitter. But I digress. I just think that with how physical he plays, I could understand other fan bases saying he's a dirty player. That's all I'm saying. I've seen him get into it with fans and sidelines enough times where I could understand how that would be his reputation in the league, is all I'm saying. Not that I'm saying I agree with it, but I would understand people feeling that way about him.
Then I don't know what a dirty player is.
Okay.
I don't think there's a clear cut. I see Thomas saying Bill Romanowski was a dirty player. What's that?
And see, I didn't think Romanowski was super dirty until he spit in my man's face. That's when I really had a problem with him. Like that's nothing to do with football.
It doesn't get any dirtier than that. But there was an offensive lineman that was dirty as well. Richie Incognito. He was dirty.
Incognito. But they said that he was like a bully in the locker room. Like that wasn't even. But see, okay, and that's the other thing too. I've heard that what happens on the bottom of piles is nasty.
Yo,
I'm talking nut pulling.
I'm talking grabbing the
rib
balls,
gouging.
turning them around
and mouths and stuff.
Yeah.
I heard that gets real bad at the bottom of piles. But you never gonna know who doing what because you down there trying to. You got the ball. So you don't know who to blame for what point. You know, that's the crazy part. So it's all good, man. Listen, man, we got to get into this.
We got an Eagles fan in here. I want to know if they think that Dre Greenlaw is dirty as a dirty player. Because it's funny that you brought that up because at the stadium, that's all they were screaming how he was a dirty player, but they didn't think that their security guard was a dirty security guard.
Well, I mean, the Eagles fan is gonna straight up tell you that that Greenlaw's a dirty player. They're still looking for flags that, you know.
I've got you.
They want points to come off the board for the Ayuk touchdown. Like they have been salty since the game, you know.
Yeah.
So
they need to shift their focus on the Cowboys because the one team that they can't beat is the Cowboys, and so they need to figure that out and just leave this one alone. It's time. Speaking of time, Mike, it's time to shift the remaining of the show into this preview because did you see the clip of DK Metcalf today talking about Mooney Ward?
Uh-oh. We got some news? What'd he say?
It was straight up respect, bro. He said any man that can shadow me and like the whole game and like back it up, he respects him.
I'm so sick of the NFL trying to do this nice guy bulls crap to the Niners right before we play them. I'm so tired of this. Are you serious?
You call it cap, Mike? You call it cap?
1,000%, bro. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
You need a sound effect for cap, bro. Oh, I need a cap sound effect. But nah, seriously, like the Eagles did that. Now the Seahawks are doing that. And now
let me teams. Hey, hold up. Where my camera at? Let me zoom in a little bit. I want y'all to hear me clearly. I want y'all to hear.
Too. Hold on.
Yeah. Let me just make something
talk about
clear
the boogers in my nose either.
Let me make something very clear. All right, y'all can try all this nice guy, non-negative personalizing crap that y'all want to.
You can see the freckles.
It's not. I ain't get close enough to do that. It's not going to work, though. It is not going to work. Y'all could talk polite about us at the podium, but we know what y'all doing in the locker rooms. We know that y'all got y'all bulletin board material. We know that y'all out there trying to say, oh, well, they did this and they did that. Let's see if they could do it again. DK, it's not going to work. Sirianni, it didn't work. AJ Brown. The one person I respect from the last 3 games that the Niners have been involved in, this one coming up and the past 2 before that, the one person I respect is AJ Brown for his tweet. It is officially troll Debo time. I'm giving y'all permission. That I loved it. I absolutely loved it, bro. You saw his tweet?
Because he didn't play the good guy. But they best friends.
That's why I loved it. And he ain't take it down afterwards. Oh, he got off on us. Let me delete the tweet. No, you stand in it. I want my fans to heckle Debo. Go get him. I'm giving y'all permission. Don't sit here and be like, oh, well, anybody who can cover me for the whole game, I really respect that person. They're really good.
I didn't know his voice was as deep as it was, too. Like, anybody that cover me for the whole game, I respect. It's respect. But listen. First of all, that to me, again, is the matchup. Like, that's the matchup. Now, I expect Pete Carroll to change it up a bit. Like I do.
You see how they used them last week?
Bro, I watched it first play of the game, 100-yard touchdown, yo. Right in the slot. Slotted it up. Burnt the zone. They didn't know what the heck hit them, and bada boom, boom, bam.
He got the ball in his hand and accelerated to the fastest speed I've ever seen tracked in the NFL. I don't know what the fastest official speed is.
I didn't even know he was fast. I knew he was fast, but I didn't know he was that fast. Like
my man was over 22 miles an hour. I've seen Tyreek Hill 21.8. Like, oh, yo, my man was burning. I've seen what's the other guy over there? Mostert 21.3. Yeah. 21.4.
I didn't know
Tyreek
he was
Hill's
that
supposed
fast,
to be the cheater. This dude changed the second digit in the
Yo, what's faster than a cheetah?
There is no cat faster than a cheetah.
But is there an animal faster than a cheetah?
There's birds that fly. There's a falcon that dives super fast.
Well,
I forget what.
He flew like a falcon, dog. Because he caught that pass and he was ghost. Audi 5000. I'm like, and it was good for me because I had him in fantasy football. I had him and the other receiver. Who they play that game? Wasn't it the Cowboys?
Yeah, it was the Cowboys on Thursday.
I had him and CD. I cooked that week, dog.
Oh my god! So I can't say it. Peregrine, the Peregrine Falcon. Yeah. Peregrine. Peregrine.
The fact that you even knew that, is ridiculous. But
the speed is crazy. You should guess what the speed is though.
Not 30.
Huh? No. So the cheetah gets up to like 70 miles an hour. Guess
70 miles an hour?
Yeah, wait, that's the cheetah.
Wait. What does that mean, yo? What the hell does that mean? That junk can run 70 miles an hour?
But only in a straight line. Don't switch directions on them.
Don't switch directions because it's going to change. 70 miles?
Yeah.
Like 70?
Yeah. But this bird is more than double that. This bird is 186
Hell nah. What?
186 miles. These birds.
No, where that bird located, dog? Because I'm staying away.
Wherever he want to be. I'll be there in a minute. I'll be right there. Maybe they should make this the new Falcon logo. It kind of looked like what a Seahawks supposed to be. You know, a Seahawks not a real thing, right?
No, right.
So it looks like this is what they should change their logo to in honor of DK, man.
Golly. Bro. Well, look, let's talk about the rest of these squad, Mike. All right, so here's my stats and facts. That's a scary look. I don't mess with birds, yo. You ever see the movie The Birds?
Yes.
I'm done. Yeah. I'm good.
You all in the 80s today, man. That might have been the 70s. Birds. That's Alfred Hitchcock, right?
Yeah, man. I'm good. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm cool. Like, I see a bunch of birds and I'm just like, nah, this ain't working. I see a bunch of bees and ain't working. I see a bunch of anything.
Too many of anything. I'm good. I'm off it.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm off it.
So when you look at this squad, you say Seattle, they're gonna come and try to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to come and try to do something different. Like, they have to, because they got mollywopped at home and it wasn't even close. And it could have been worse than what it was. Now I expect them to come out differently. But when you look at where they are, you're just saying to yourself, like, what much more can they do different? The Niners are going to have to do something to allow them to do. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because like when you look at the statistics and you say, all right, where are the Niners ranked offensively? All right, they're ranked third in total offense. Where are the Seahawks ranked defensively? They're ranked 23rd in total defense. So the Niners got to literally come out and just not execute and allow this team to even be in a game. But even if they don't execute properly, they still should be the better offense moving on a worse defense, right?
You would think so, but the one they asked Kyle if it was easier or harder to prepare for somebody that you play against so much, right?
Yeah.
And Kyle says you know them so well, he was like, it's kind of easier, but at the same time, it's not, because they're going to be well prepared for you also, right? And so I think that they're going to take some of the elements that they were successfully able to do against Dallas and put that against us. And they've had 10 days to get ready for this. Like, they've had the extra 2 days. You know what I mean? And they got a chance to watch the Niners. They also are going to be well aware of the injuries that we have going into this game, who's going to be missing. I would not be surprised if they try running by Kinlaw a couple of times. Yeah. Shout out to the graphic.
Which I don't think they will be able to, but go ahead.
I think that they try to put DK running quickly across the slot.
Like how they used A.J. Brown last week in Philly. I'm with you, bro.
And how Seattle used him last week against the Cowboys, right? I think those things go hand in hand. They say, okay, let's try this. It worked for us. Let's see how the Eagles do it. It worked for them, but they got away from it. Okay, let's implement this into our game plan. I think that's how they attack us.
Okay, and for me, if the Niners come out real quick, Logan, safety, Logan Ryan, does he see any snaps in this game other than special teams?
No, and I don't think he gets any special teams either.
Okay, so he's just going to be dressed and not utilized.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. He's 32, 31.
I mean, Gibson is 30, whatever.
Logan.
32.
Ryan.
He's 32.
He's 32.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I asked that is because if the Niners, I don't know about you, but I still feel like the Niners be experimenting.
Oh shit, Deshaun Gibson, 33.
Yeah, he older. And
but he didn't play special teams, did he?
Nah, but Deshaun Gibson must have got dinged up. Look, I'm concerned because I saw Oliver, okay? And I don't think they want Oliver at the safety position ever again. And so I know Gibson is not on the injury report, but do you think this is why they went after Logan Ryan? Hey, you know what? Let's go get us another, experience. But yeah, just in case something goes down, Gip can come back there, and we don't have to. Because hear me out. Had Gibson not made the touchdown saving tackle, it would have been 7-0, opposed to 3-0. I don't know I don't know if people paying attention to what happened. What happened was Ji'Ayir Brown missed the tackle, collided with Travarius Mooney-Ward, and they canceled each other out. And luckily, Isaiah Oliver was in there. He was able to track him down. So I'm just curious to know, will he get week 1?
Wait, was it Gibson that tracked him down, or was it Oliver that tracked him down?
Nah, it was Oliver that tracked. It was 26. Gibson wasn't even in on the play. That's why I'm confused. Where was Gip? What did he do? Break a fingernail before the game started? Well, what happened? He played the rest of the game though.
I think that's something else that they're gonna do. I think they're gonna target Ji'Ayir Brown. You know how he hasn't really been tested yet?
They don't have to though. Look, if the Niners do this, Seattle was safeties are covered for Ji'Ayir Brown. Film wasn't good. I know the film wasn't good. It wasn't good, but hear me out. I don't think it's just for Ji'Ayir Brown, because go back to what's the first game he started? Seattle?
Yeah, Seattle was his first start, but he got playing time in the game before Seattle.
But hear me out. The way they used him in Seattle, they let him play single high. They put Gibson in the box. In this game, he was in the box. Yeah, he ain't ready for that. That's my point. I love Steve Wilkes, but stop trying to change stuff up that ain't broke. Let that kid just play free. Let him be free and pick his side, pick his poison, and then let the experienced guy play in the box, Mike.
I think Wilkes was doing more damage control because a couple of times I did see Brown as the single high. There was people deeper than him, and he is not catching nobody. I'm sorry, that's not his wheelhouse. So if you're letting people get deeper than you, and you're the free safety, you're the last line defense, you know what? I'd rather put you in the box where if you miss a tackle or you take a wrong angle, at least there's other people that can corral and try to get to where you're messing up. I think what Wilkes was doing was damage control.
But it worked against Seattle. You knew it wasn't going to work against Philly because they had a burner. They had a couple of burners.
Right.
I don't think Lockett is a burner. He might be a great receiver, possession guy, but I don't think he's a burner. I don't think Jackson Smith and Jigba is a burner. I think they utilize that same style of defense and they'll interchange because he has to be able to interchange. In order to play safety for the 49ers, you got to play both. Because what they like to do, they'll start with 2-man high, drop one in the box, blah, 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 and they rotate. That's what made Hufanga. A lot of people keep talking about Hufanga did struggle sometimes in coverage, but what made him great was his ability to rotate.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's been about being interchangeable, you know, since Tartan and Ward. You know, since Tartan Ward, it's been about being interchangeable, you know, and we just kind of just put people's names on a position. But that's what the Niners want to do. I think that's where they go. I think they target, believe it or not, Mooney Ward and Ji'Ayir Brown. I think they try to put the two of those guys together. Like you talked about that collision.
Yeah.
If Brown is in the box, that's who you target. And you do it with DK. Run DK right into the chest of Brown every time. Because him and Mooney are going to continue to run into each other. It's going to look like a Three Stooges episode.
And that's why I would switch him with Gibson.
The veteran.
Yeah.
Give yourself a ding-ding, balls.
Oh, okay. It's coming. Balls.
And speaking of the ding-ding, all right, you got to read this because I left it on the screen for way too long and we was talking.
Wait. They pull each other's. I don't think we're allowed to say that word anymore. But yes, they do a lot of crazy stuff in the piles. There's a lot of stuff going on. And players stupid because they don't wear cups. They don't wear jock straps like they used to back in the day.
Yeah. I don't know why people stop. That's weird.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's just weird.
That's weird. It's very weird to me. But you know, it is what it is, man. Listen, Wayne. I wanted to talk about something real quick. Robbie Gould has officially decided to retire, right?
Retire, yeah. Wait. His time served as a 49er was well deserved.
That's what I wanted to say. I'm kind of patting us on the back with this one.
Yo.
So I was like, Robbie Gould came from Chicago, and I think he came straight to the Niners.
Straight to the Niners.
Did he go anywhere after the Niners?
No.
So when I saw the stat that said Robbie Gould was a perfect kicker in his entire career in the postseason, wasn't that all? He never made the postseason with the Bears, right?
Postseason was 1985. He was just birthed, I think. But solid kicker.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Never try to hold us hostage, man. You wrote yourself out of this. Yes, he did.
I don't think he tried to hold us hostage. Do you think so?
I do.
I mean, he knew that the Niners weren't going to pay him that bread, dog.
I'm talking about when he got the contract. He held out, didn't report to practice. And
all that
stuff
I mean,
that year. Then we had to go through 3 kickers that same year. I ain't forget.
I remember that.
I hold grudges. Okay. I'm like an elephant. I
don't remember him playing for New
DK
York.
Metcalf is like a peregrine falcon, and Tyreek Hill is the cheetah.
Okay, there it is. Mike, how do we attack this team defensively? I mean, from the offensive perspective.
From our offensive side?
Yeah.
To be completely honest with you, man, I think you got to use the aggressiveness of their defensive line against them. So I would do a lot of little dink and dunk stuff. Keep everything east to west and close to the line of scrimmage, make all of their people in the secondary run forward, make all of their defensive linemen run east to west, and let the speed and elusiveness of our skill position players do what works best for them.
I like that because
that tunnel screen that we saw from Debo at the end of the game, I swear to God, I wish that happened early in the game so it got more talk, more replay at halftime and all that stuff. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Well, that was all Debo because like we've done that play before. Debo executes it not always to the T. Like this is the first. But hear me out. It's the first time I ever watched Debo run away from the blocks, and it's about good time because if they're building you a wall here, why run toward the wall? Ain't nobody this way. Debo knew that. For the first time, he did it right.
It was the Red Sea, but it was 4 49ers blockers. He just went right behind them. Like they were going this way, but he was right behind them.
Are you talking about the last touchdown or the other touchdown?
No, the last touchdown, the tunnel screen.
Yeah.
I'd never seen that before.
No, that's the one I'm talking about too. That's the one I'm talking about too. Right. They built a wall and he ran the opposite way from the wall.
Right. The wall was going to on the TV version. The wall was going to the left. He ran to the right. From the bottom up to the right.
But that junk is there every time. That's a play where Debo could score every time because he's beaten one-on-one.
He didn't get touched.
He outran everybody.
He didn't get to. I've never seen that happen here. Maybe we don't execute it the right way.
That's my point. That's my point. But the execution is poor, and it's mainly him because when you got your blockers, you're told to run towards your blockers. They're gonna block for you. Blah 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 blah. But I think from his progression and him seeing how his blockers, they were like, "Yo, we're gonna build you a wall," and then hold the door, and then he ran that way. Hold on.
We out here. I see what you did. No, we gotta go. It's 32 minutes.
Dang, Mike, we ain't finished. You gotta go.
What you want to go? No, come on. What time?
No,
hold on. Let me see. All
right, like
what time?
So seriously, when you look at this team, here's how I would attack the defense. I see Fish and Chip saying attack the safeties. Yes, Jamal Adams, but here's how you attack the safeties in this game. It's not the safeties that you attack. You force them to play pass defense. Hear me out, right? Mike, ask me which player on their team that struggled the most in week 12 against the 49ers.
Which player on the Seahawks struggled the most?
Shut up. Don't ask Siri or him or whatever you got.
I'm asking you. You told me Mike asked me. I was literally doing what you asked me to. I don't have no phone in my hand. You said Mike asked me which player struggled the most, so I was doing what you said. Hey, Wayne. Hey, Wayne. Which players struggled the most against the 49ers in their Week 12 matchup against the Seattle Seahawks?
It was Jordan Brooks. What Kyle Shanahan does is he is going to force these weak linebackers to play the pass. I figured it out. Kyle Shanahan is a genius, right? Because Bobby Wagner was a non-factor. Why? Because he was defending the pass. So what they did was they attacked Jordan Brooks. Jordan Brooks was responsible for 70 yards. Deebo Samuel finished with 79 yards in that game. He led all wide receivers. On top of that, 46 of Deebo's yards was on Jordan Brooks. When I tell you Deebo about to cook again, he about to cook again. This is going to be the first consecutive back-to-back weeks for Deebo Samuel. Mind you, Deebo ran for a touchdown in that game as well. He's going to force the linebackers and the other guy that struggled in the pass game, safety, Mr.
Adams. Jamal
Here
Adams.
It is. I know if you picked up on it.
Go. I got you. Oh, come on, man. I got you, bro.
But that's it, man. And he's dealing with an injury. So you're right, Fish and Chips. I don't know if he practiced. Yes, he didn't practice yesterday, but if he's playing, that's Kyle Shanahan. He's going to attack those linebackers, and he doesn't have to use George Kittle. He doesn't have to use CMC. He is utilizing his skill set players, man. I don't think their linebackers can cover. And you know what that does? It takes the linebackers away from the line of scrimmage, which means now you can run the ball effectively. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Shout out to, who did that jingle?
Oh, yeah. Pusha T.
Okay. Pusha T. Yeah, there you go. Check you out. Okay. I didn't know you knew that. All right, y'all, for real. We got to go, though. We love y'all. I saw the question there. Why is this show only 30 minutes? because it's a daily show. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nigel. We sorry. Okay? But we'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Face Off Friday, baby. We'll
Yeah,
see y'all
man,
there.
yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. Yeah. This is going to be crazy. So, look, we gave you some tidbits. Look, the Niners are a top team right now in the NFL, offensively and defensively. They're number 2 in defensive scoring. They don't allow a lot of points. They're 0.2 points away from being the number 1 team. They're also top 2 in scoring, if I'm not mistaken. Top 3 in scoring, if I'm not mistaken. So they're scoring points. They're almost averaging 30 points a game again. And the Seattle Seahawks are giving up average like 20 plus 22 points a game. So like the Niners just got to go out there and just be about their business, man. This is not a cakewalk game, but at the end of the day, if the Niners fully fledged execute like they normally do, they will be fine. Here's the thing, right, Mike? I just watched my team get -6 yards in the first quarter. I could see Kyle Shanahan going -6 yards for 2 quarters and winning by four touchdowns. Like I could just see it, bro. I can see it. Madden tonight, right after this, 5 p.m. We're going Madden.
Tristan says here, DK is not a threat over the middle. He gets scared easily. Fred Warner would match up with him easily over the middle. LOL. Bears went to the Super Bowl in 06, by the way. And that is right. I forgot about that with Lovie Smith.
My apologies.
All right, guys. We got to go. For real, for real. No team is safe
though.
when the Niners are on the prowl. I'm Mike. That's Wayne. This is No Harm, No Foul.
No foul.